JF. Add more flavor.
Hello, Eswatini. It's another beautiful Thursday in the kingdom. Welcome back to Relationship Thursday on JF. You're with your host, Ketsi Wendlovu. In the studio today, we have a crazy bunch of siblings. We have a fun-filled, love-filled bunch of siblings. In the studio today, we have Honorable Minister of Natural Resources, Peter Bhembe's children. Siyanemukela Bhembe. Welcome to Relationship Thursday on JF.
Thank you,
Siyabonga. Uvusele nonke ka JF.
That's right.
That's enough then.
Sekuvele kucalile. All right, listeners, as you know that on Relationship Thursday, we basically talk about every relationship that can be established on planet Earth. Today, we're talking to siblings and how they get along, how they fight, how they resolve their issues, so to say. So we're going to have a question and answer session with Tenele, Aphelele, and Nomfundo. So, Bhembe Trio, talk about a time when you had to handle a situation where your personalities clashed.
Okay. Just because we always clash as siblings. Because my personalities are funny. So, I don't know. Maybe my brother can continue. Because as for me and him, we always clash. He knows better.
The honest truth is that personalities are not the same. Yes, true. Every time we clash, there is always that one person who's always the ringleader, or should I say, has got the upper hand.
Okay.
That person will always be the one who will come on top.
Why does that sound like it's you, Apele?
No, it's never me. Sometimes it's Tenele, sometimes it's Nomfundo. It just depends on who is actually arguing the loudest at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And the fact that we also respect each other at the end of the day. Then
Yeah.
we tend to calm down and we get to a conclusion. And that's it.
You reach common ground.
We reach a common ground.
Okay. In any relationship, there are bound to be conflicting situations rather. Yet a decision has to be made. How do you handle such a situation?
Okay. Definitely we have conflicts as siblings, but we try and reach a common ground always. Like I said previously, that it then has to come to a respect. We respect one another. We give each other Leo level. It's okay. Nomfundo is my elder sister. Aphelele automatically becomes my elder brother because he's the only boy.
Okay.
So, bese siyahloniphana nje. And if ever sekufika to a point where we require external advice, like we have Batali, luckily we still have both parents. So we go to them and ask for the advice, and then they actually help us to resolve the conflicts.
Okay.
Yeah, I think just to maybe add on what Daniel has just said, we are very privileged and lucky to have grown under a family where both parents are still alive.
Indeed.
They taught us a lot in terms of how they handle their own business.
Okay.
You would never find a situation whereby they would actually raise their voices at each other and shout in front of us. I think it's something that just taught us to be able to work with each other. As much as we may quarrel and not maybe agree at most times, but we get to resolve our issues actually quicker that way, because we don't know any other situation than the one of making sure that we resolve anything that we go through it.
And there's actually no swearing. My goodness. I've seen some other siblings. They will start swearing at each other. And, it's just that bad.
Taking back to, I just pointed in my head all the relationship Thursdays and sessions that we've covered. There's always two qualities that underlie or are a foundation of a good relationship. That's something that you've mentioned sustainably. Respect and love. So it's good to hear that you guys respect each other. without maybe Sis Nomfundo saying, well, I'm the eldest, so angihloniphi muntu ngoba ngimtsala, you know. So that's a very good recipe for you guys to have a good relationship at the end of the day. My next question would be, we all make mistakes we wish we could take back. Can you tell us of a time where you wish you would have handled a situation differently with one of your siblings or both of your siblings?
Okay, this is a tough one, but let me give it a go. There was one time, I don't know which year it was, probably a couple of years back. My sister Nomfundo, the eldest, I took a USB or a flash drive from her car she used to play music with. I needed to do something with it. She came to me asking for it, but the tone wasn't good, so I just decided to hold back and see where this will lead. It led to a huge conflict between us. Later, I realized that I could have handled things differently, because if I had just given her the USB, we wouldn't have had that conflict.
So basically, aphelela uthi kube awuzange umlaya nje. Kube wavele wamniketa.
Kube ngamnika nje.
Then things would have been better.
Everything would have been easy.
But it's good that that happened, so that you know uthi in future maybe some things you just don't need to fight.
True.
Because at the end
That's
of the
very
day,
true.
logumtoga is the relationship between the two of you, and not whatever you're fighting about or egos. Uthi no asengimlaye man, sengimkhombe nami ukuthi ngingendani, you know.
True.
So maybe anyone else that would like to say something on that one? Sis Nomfundo looks like she wants to say something.
Well, mina yami conflict maybe most of the time. Ngiyalwa ngilwe natenele. Over something stupid. I know everyone would be like, really? But then over, she's a very mercy someone. Uyalahla kakhulu. Emacici will always fight over those things. My makeup every Sunday. And there was a time khona lapho wake walahla khona my best earrings, and bekasesemasha ngakawagqoki nekwagqoka.
I'd be upset.
Next thing ngithi in fact ngimbona wagqoka edolobheni. So I'm like, really? How could she? Because I knew. And then next thing sengifuna kwagqoka on a Sunday. Angisawatholi. I ask her, she says she's never seen them. I wanted to burst, and for some reason I did. I'm not someone lo tetag or something, but that day ngamtshela a piece of my mind. And nasesondweni I felt so bad because ngambona ukuthi ngimlimatile. But anyways, after church I managed to say sorry, but then I could have handled it better. Instead of me bursting and stuff, I could have just asked her nicely, ngimtshela ukuthi please next time ngicela ubongibekela kahle.
Yeah. But that's another lesson again. Ukuthi, seeing ukuthi you didn't handle the situation properly, you then apologized. Because there are people that don't apologize naturally, you know. I come from a family where I'm the only girl. There are two boys then a girl, opposite of you guys. And and then I'm the one that doesn't take the nonsense. And I want the apology. And when you don't give me the apology, anglali. So I know how important an apology is. So it's a very good thing to apologize so that you sort out your issues and you get back to level ground. No, thank you for your responses. Following question. Tell us about a time you needed to get information from one of you as siblings, but one of you was not responsive. How did you handle the situation, Leo?
Basically, we are pumagui.
Yeah. Best option
To avoid conflict. If I get a response, you run to Apelele.
And he does that.
He just
all
says
the time.
and he never gives you a response.
Okay, is this an attack show?
But he does that all the time.
Uhambe uyokunofundo. I'll be like, yatangati.
And at that
And
time, you
then
need the
at
information.
that time you need the help from your sibling. Then the next thing, obviously, you go to your parents because it is solo scenario privilege to have them there. But nje, the best option is phuma kuloyo muntu loyo. And then 2-3 days later, utokbuta, kepha uyi-resolve njani le mfo leya that you were asking me about. We like, really? It's only today. Ungibuta. So basically, anyway, kunjalo nje.
I think lokunye mhlawumbe ngingasho ukuthi ema characters ethu lokuthi nje siyadana ukuthi yabona tenele nangikhuluma nako if angiketa le answer le this is what it means.
Yeah.
If nomfundi angiphendula kanje this is what it means.
Yeah.
Nabo bayathi nje ukuthi nasengithi
So shokthi.
there is no answer they're gonna get from me, you know. So I think that's why nje kulula ukuthi ay angiphume kuye
Yeah.
ngithole lo mnya. I think just to support what Tenele is actually saying. Yeah.
And listeners, this is not to say abageti kutofundzisa ukuthi this is how you handle Emma relationships. They're not giving out advice. They're talking about their relationship and what works for them. So Pumaguye is a winning recipe for
Indeed.
them.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
It
it is. It
For
works
us.
all the time.
All right. I made an example about me and my siblings. Unfortunately, meaning kule ngaye boarding school when I was 12. From 12, I went to boarding school. After boarding school, ngahamba ngahlala netihlobo because then I was from my parents were going through a divorce at that time. So kwakreateka the space between me and my siblings, and naturally we don't talk much, you know. Liyaphela liviki singakashayelani singavuselani even 2 weeks. Does that happen to you guys as ni hleti kanye kanye for a long time nakhula kanye kanye, or it's every day if nangivusele bhuti wami ngivusele sisi wami?
I think God's it used to happen. Cause nami like more tenele naphelele bafunze at boarding school. They were see best ngathini bekude that relationship at that time. I guess
Yeah.
ukuthi besebancane nalapho. So but as sikhula sibe I think kubuye ngekuya saba closer cause now alipheli ilanga nje singakhulumi naTenele. Alipheli ilanga nje ngingakamvusela phela cause we even have a group like la nje we call it the fat people's group because you can imagine.
Yeah.
You can see now.
To make communication easier as
Yeah,
well.
so- And that's where you find someone posting something lehlekisako and the whole day we'll be laughing over that, discussing that. If there's an issue, maybe want to do it birthday ababe or something, we make our relationship yethu ibe lula and sihlale sikhulumisana all the time.
Yeah, so you were intentional about building a relationship between the two of you from a time where the communication wasn't as often to now. All right. I'll touch a bit on being children to a man that is respected in Swaziland. Your father is a minister. He's a former CEO. Do you find that you have pressure to uphold a certain reputation purely for the fact that your father is a minister?
Ketiwa, I wouldn't call it pressure. Not sure what I'd call it, but I'd just say we come from a home that has raised us near respect from the beginning, from when we were kids. So it's not to say because now our father sang CEO or Noma Ubeng minister that now we need to live a certain way. It's been inbuilt in us, really, to say this is how it is. When I respect bantu around me, ngphila impilo nje le ngathini, I don't know how to put it.
Straight.
They're straight.
Irula.
No, although I be straight kuti vele irula, but I try as much as possible to say what I do will affect my brother because it doesn't affect him it affects him because he has that love for me. If I do anything that is negative,
Yeah.
kuyam affecta naye because ngibhuti wami and he loves me. Na baba wami kanjalo. That's how
Yeah.
I can plainly put it.
Yeah, it's not pressure.
It's not
Vele
pressure.
into lesakhula sinako lokuthi you need to respect the next person. Baba ekhaya namake ngisho nemuntu lo bekasite ekhaya was offered the same amount of respect as anyone else labaleni. So basically that's how we live our daily life. Sihloniphana nje sonke, sihloniphana noma ngibani lesithana naye endleleni. So we don't have to change anything from the way we are living. It's
not hard.
It's per as the portfolio.
Simply so.
Exactly.
It comes natural.
Hamba kanjalo.
No, that's beautiful because some people uyukhanza ukuthi sebanenkinga of now adjusting ukuthi make songbani babe songbani kanzi besitiphilela ngendlela yethu nje, because it's not every household, it's not every home lo fundiswa there is the kind of respect that you're talking about, that you're elaborating. So ukhanza ukuthi ish now sekufanele ngasaya solani's kumbe kunjani, because I'm now losing my identity as Kethiwe sengimphana minister bani uyabo. So it's beautiful that for you it's not a pressure,
It's nothing difficult.
it's business as usual. You know, it comes naturally. So that's beautiful. Listeners, we have unfortunately come to the end of the show
Already.
Thank you for having us.
It's been a good session, hey?
It has.
I wish we could go on and on, but unfortunately time is not on our side anymore. It's been a beautiful session, Bhembe. Thank you very much for joining us. It's Relationship Thursday here on JF. Maswati lamahle. Stilan Valelise, anything that you would like to say to siblings out there based about relationships?
Siblings, Tanzanan, Hlonpan. Basically, that's what I think grows any relationship.
Love and respect.
Love and respect.
Let love lead.
Yes. Make sure you have fun all the time as siblings.
And
Be yourself.
yeah.
Just be yourself.
I see that you guys have a lot of fun. I mean, yeah, it's been laughter all the way, even before the session started. So that's beautiful. Thank you very much. You've been inspiring to me as well. Getting a little bit of, to be intentional about certain things regarding my relationship with my siblings as well. So thank you very much for joining us today.
Sukuma mgamba kubona.
That was a shout out to Apelele's wife. Apelele is a husband now, so bese kasukuma umkakhe la studio. Lo beka ngamfune kumfuna ukuthi abe khona la, but anyway. So sukumile make Bhembe. Swaziland, it's been good. Thank you very much, Eswatini. Stay blessed. Have a lovely weekend from us here on JF Relationship Thursday.
JF. Add more flavor.